Russian philosophy through history presents most often what in the West would be regarded as religious philosophy, or, on the opposite, anti-religious philosophy with a religious pathos. Not only Russian philosophers derived from the Orthodox Christian tradition, such as Dostoyevsky, Florensky, Berdyayev, Frank, Sergey Bulgakov, Bibikhin, just to mention a few, but also, for instance, Shestov, coming from the Old Testament tradition, Tolstoy creating his own philosophical religion, and Fedorov developing a natural scientific-based mission based on resurrection of all dead. They all considered philosophy to be a mean for salvation, and not only on an individual level, but for all mankind, or even all beings in the widest form of the word, embracing all living creatures and the entire nature. In Russian spiritual tradition, a key concept is the so-called sobornost, meaning spiritual community. And that is also a governance principle of the Orthodox Church, not considering itself being enabled to conduct any reforms since the Great Schism with Catholicism back in 1054, until Christianity might be reunited in the future. An interesting thing here is further that the two extremes in Russian tradition materialized in Russian history. On one hand, the Orthodox traditionalists, and on the other, revolutionary atheists, had often more in common than with the bourgeois philosophy flourishing in the West. Just a couple of illustrative examples. Before becoming traditionalists, Dostoyevsky was a socialist, and Berdyayev a radical communist. Tolstoy donated more or less all belongings, and he was a very rich man, and so he donated his belongings to the poor. Gogol ended his life starving to death on a pilgrimage after burning his last book. The question from perspectives of many Russian philosophers is, however, if that really was the last journey of Gogol after all. Dostoyevsky claimed, for instance, that nothing will end in this world. And we also remember from our previous session that Shestov could only accept a belief in a higher power mighty to undo the done.